Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
from the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Flush to his right. Got some room at the 30. Out of the backfield, this is Devontae Booker. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Keenum. And this one is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Rolling to his left. Finds Jay Cutler over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the set. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Devontae Booker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in. Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points. Touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there. Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question. Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
No, Roger. 53.
After the interception, here's Keenum, eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone. You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. And they'll bootleg it here with Keenum. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Dalton now to pass. Flush to his right. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. On the return, it's McKenzie. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From the 50, it's Keener. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Keenum now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Vincent Way coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Keenum here off the bootleg. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Keenum. He'll bite, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Case Keenum with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Keenum now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw here, Dalton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Out to his left. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Dalton, 1st and 10. On the screen, Bernard. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
There you go, 368.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Going deep for Eifert. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Now Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. This will be Dalton again. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Passing again. Dalton on second and 10. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Keenum now to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Keenum now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. Being chased out left. And incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Off the play fake, Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. They'll try and run with Booker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
368.
To throw again. Dalton. Going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Keenum. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Keenum now on first down. Drops it underneath for Booker. Finding room to the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
Keenum. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And McManus able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is. Boy, he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Dalton here from the gun. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Booker. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum got him in. He finds Sanders. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down, Dalton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. There you go, 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Booker on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here you go, 368.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And Denver getting set to take the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Keenum here off the bootleg. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they wanted to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started. And in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll bootleg it here with Keenum. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Now it's Keenum. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, and this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Flush to his right. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just won hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Dalton. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great time.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
There you go, 368.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. This will be Dalton again. And that is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at the 45. Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's got room. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So Dalton now. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw here, Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First target, first catch, and a first down.
We're good. We're good.
First and 10 for Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Booker, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That catch, I believe, will put him right at 200 yards for the game. Indeed it does. 200 yards. He's been incredible.
Let's go, let's go. 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful fake. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action. Keenum sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Marquette King now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head. Back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Booker. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Running again, and again it's Booker. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Booker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And some strong running. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Fight 51. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We begin to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.